Are you ready to take the plunge and take risks to reach your goals? Discover how to find the courage to take risks and achieve your dreams. It's no secret that taking risks can be difficult. Many of us are likely too familiar with the feeling of being hesitant to take risks. Whether it's starting a business, pursuing a career change, or taking on new responsibilities. Taking risks can be scary, and it's natural to feel anxious or intimidated when faced with a risky situation. But taking risks is an essential part of life. Without taking risks, we can never reach our full potential, and we can never experience the rewards that come with taking risks and achieving our goals. In this video, I'll share some advice on how to find the courage to take risks and achieve your goals. I'll discuss why taking risks is important, strategies for overcoming fear and anxiety, and practical tips for taking risks in a smarter and informed way. By the end, you should have a better understanding of how to take risks and the courage to take risks and achieve your goals. So, why is taking risks so important? Taking risks is an essential part of life, and it's important to understand why taking risks is important in order to find the courage to do it. Taking risks allows us to push ourselves beyond our comfort zones and explore new possibilities. Taking risks can help us grow, learn new skills, and expand our horizons. Taking risks also gives us a chance to reach our full potential. When we take risks, we open ourselves up to new opportunities and experiences that we may not otherwise have had. We can learn more about ourselves and discover our strengths and weaknesses. Taking risks can also help us build resilience and develop the confidence to take on even bigger challenges. And finally, taking risks can help us achieve our goals. Often, the only way to reach our goals is to take risks and make bold moves. Taking risks and pushing our limit can be the difference between stagnation and success. So, what are some strategies for overcoming fear and anxiety? When taking risks, it's normal to feel fear and anxiety, but it's important to remember that it's okay to be afraid or anxious. Fear and anxiety are natural responses to new and unfamiliar situations. Instead of trying to ignore or suppress these feelings, it's important to acknowledge them and use them to our advantage. One strategy for overcoming fear and anxiety is to focus on the potential reward of taking risks. When you're feeling anxious or hesitant, it's easy to focus on the potential downsides of taking risks. But it's important to remember that there are also potential rewards. Think about what you stand to gain by taking risks, such as the chance to learn new skills or reach your goals. Another strategy is to break your goals into smaller and more manageable steps. Taking on a large goal can be overwhelming, but breaking it down into smaller steps can make it seem less intimidating. This can help you focus on the immediate task at hand rather than getting overwhelmed by the big picture. Finally, it's important to remind yourself that failure is part of the process. Nobody succeeds at everything all the time. Failing is inevitable, and it's important to remember that failures can be learning experiences. Instead of seeing a failure as a sign of defeat, see it as an opportunity to grow and learn. So what are some practical tips for taking risks? When taking risks, it's important to do so in a smart and informed way. Here are some tips for taking risks in a safe and effective way. First, it's important to make sure that you're taking calculated risks. Make sure you understand the potential rewards and risks of the situation before you make a decision. Do your research and seek advice from trusted sources so that you can make an informed decision. Second, it's important to set realistic expectations. Don't set yourself up for failure by setting unrealistic expectations. Make sure that you're setting achievable goals and taking risks that you know you can handle. Third, it's important to have a plan. Before taking risks, make sure to have a plan in place. Think about what you need to do to make your plan successful, and what will happen if it fails. Having a plan will help you stay focused and organized. Finally, it's important to be flexible. Life is full of surprises, and it's important to be open to new opportunities and possibilities. Don't let fear or anxiety keep you from taking risks. Instead, stay open to new possibilities and be willing to adjust your plan if necessary. So in conclusion, taking risks can be difficult and intimidating, but it's an essential part of life. Taking risks can help us reach our full potential, learn new skills, and achieve our goals. In this video, I've shared some advice on how to find the courage to take risks and achieve your goals. Discussed why taking risks is important, strategies for overcoming fear and anxiety, and practical tips for taking risks in a smart and informed way. By following this advice, you should be able to take risks with confidence and achieve your goals. So, one of the most inspiring stories of risk-taking and achieving goals is the story of Stanley Ho. Stanley Ho was born in Hong Kong in 1921, and he grew up in poverty. Despite his humble beginnings, Stanley had big dreams of becoming a successful entrepreneur. He was determined to make something of himself. So he decided to take a risk and moved to Macau in 1956. In Macau, Stanley was met with a lot of resistance and skepticism. He was a foreign businessman in a foreign country and had no money or connections. Despite this, he was determined to make something of himself and achieve his goals. To do this, Stanley took a risk and invested in a casino. At the time, gambling was illegal in Macau, so this was a huge risk, but Stanley believed in himself and his vision, so he forged ahead. And it paid off. Stanley's casino quickly became one of the most successful in Macau. Thanks to his risk-taking and hard work, Stanley was able to turn his small casino into a multi-billion-dollar empire. Today, Stanley Ho is one of the most successful businessmen in the world. His story is a testament to the power of taking risks and believing in yourself. If Stanley had not taken the risk of investing in a casino and following his dreams, he would not be where he is today. Stanley Ho's story is a great example of the power of taking risks. It shows that with the right risk-taking attitude and the courage to pursue your goal, anything is possible. If you want to find the courage to take risks and achieve your goals, the best thing to do is to start small. Make a plan, set a goal, and take one small step towards it. Once you have made that first step, take a moment to acknowledge your courage and celebrate your progress. Then, keep moving forward, taking risks and pushing yourself to reach your goals. Remember, you can do anything you set your mind to. Believe in yourself and take the leap.